Thanks very much. Good afternoon and happy day before St. Patrick's Day, also known as Budget Day. This is the message the president wanted to send to the public, to the press, to Capitol Hill. He wants more money for defense, more money for border enforcement, more money for law enforcement generally, more money for the vets, more money for school choice, and then to offset that money with savings elsewhere so that all of that is done without an additional dollar added to the deficit. One of the reasons that you've seen such a dramatic reduction in the State Department on a percentage basis is not that this president thinks that diplomacy is not important. In fact, nothing could be further from the truth. We've already seen that Secretary Tillerson has had a tremendous one diplomatic success already on the deal he cut with Iraq. The president believes in diplomacy, and we believe that this budget protects that core function of the State Department. It just so happens that much of the foreign aid that the president talked about in campaign, much of the money that goes to climate research, green energy, those types of things are actually in the State Department budget. We're absolutely reducing funding to the UN and to the various foreign aid programs, including those run by the UN and other agencies. That should come as a surprise to no one who watched the campaign. The president said specifically, hundreds of times, you covered him, I'm going to spend less money on people overseas and more money on people back home. And that's exactly what we're doing with this budget.
No mention at all of whether or not Mexico is going to help pay for it or reimburse the U.S. for it, as the president pledged. So where is that money coming from for the border wall?
A couple of things. Your number is correct. It's 1.5 for 2017, back to your question about 2017, and I think 2.6 for 2018. People have asked me a couple of times, does that build the whole wall? No. It doesn't, but it gets us a start on the program, and you'll see some of the wall being built this year. And then, of course, obviously, we increase funding in 2018, but the wall will take longer than 2 years to build. As to the source of funds, that's up to the president and the Treasury and the State Department. I'm the guy, we're the guys at OMB and the gals at OMB who take the money that we have and allocate it on a budgetary process. So it's up to somebody else to figure out where the money comes from.